It's excuses. That's all it is.
It's so funny
It's,
because like if we look at it in baseball, I'm like, oh, this and that, and then like think about like Jon Jones, and I'm like, yeah, that's awful too. But like, I want to see him play. I want to see him in the octagon again. Like, and I'm like all for it. And he's still like
you
the
want to
best of
see
all
him all
time.
jacked up and fighting people. I mean,
Big boy heavyweight.
yeah, it's. I mean, it's a different situation,
It is because he
but
didn't really test. It was like some sex pills and
it was like it was boner pills. That's what it was.
yeah,
I
he did
mean,
some cocaine, but he didn't get suspended for the cocaine. Didn't lose the belt for the cocaine. Still beat Daniel
yeah.
Cormier a night after cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy man.
God, when he said that in his post fight, oh my God, dude, that was what a gangster moment.
I think that's my favorite line. I think in a
I
or
mean,
maybe
I beat you
Connor's
after a night of cocaine. I mean,
one
what
of
a
the
guy.
best. Yes, one of my best like fight interview or like whatever post fight or whatever it was. That one in Connor when he looked at Jeremy Stevens.
Who the fuck is that guy?
That guy has the fourth most fights in UFC history inside the
Yeah,
octagon for the UFC.
he's also been like finished like the most times too, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those guys who just is around.
Journeyman.
Yep. I guess let's shift into a little bit UFC.
Yeah,
I guess we'll start with Jon
very
Jones.
interesting weekend here.
We did have an interesting weekend. I will say I think John's gonna be coming back while we're on the topic of him in
Yeah,
December-ish, which would be awesome to fight Stipe. I don't I want everyone wants the Francis fight against him. Francis is a free agent in December.
mm-hmm.
Will Dana pay up? Who knows? You know what I mean? So I don't know what's gonna happen. My guess is no.
Yeah. My
Um,
gut says no.
yeah, my gut is that he's okay with Serial Gone, Jon Jones, Tai Tuivasa, Derek
Mm-hmm.
Lewis, Stipe for about a year, and then get some more heavyweights, as in Kamaru Usman's brother, who just won the
Oh
Ultimate
my
Fighter.
God, that guy's a monster.
Yep, Mohammed. He's a big boy,
Yeah,
big boy,
muscles
and
on muscles on that guy.
that shifts us perfectly into last weekend.
Oh my.
Man,
Oh my, Devin.
I don't think you watched the whole fight, right?
I've only seen the chaos.
Yep. So from the beginning, it was like I'm assuming we're gonna come in. I was gonna see a kind of a style fight like we saw against Colby, kind of
Mm-hmm.
like Leon, kind of like Colby, but like not like Colby, kind of like Jorge.
Leon's more of a
Jorge,
striker though, right?
yeah. So like Jorge and Colby kind of mix because Colby also doesn't really wrestle with Kamaru. He tries, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Which is what I thought Leon was gonna do, and he did. It came out in the first round and actually landed a takedown. The first time
Yeah,
Kamaru's ever been taken down in the octagon.
crazy.
That moment, I was like, ooh, this is gonna be
I
weird.
remember you texting me,
Yeah,
like
I was like,
blowing up my phone saying that you're taking him down, and I was like, "Okay,
three
that's
rounds,
weird."
3 minutes of control time on the ground, round one, two. I'm like, that is your round, Leon. Like that is,
Yeah.
and the wrestling too. I was like, ooh. And round two and three, it's just a normal Kamaru jab, hitting normal. Just
Mm-hmm.
he's getting his spots. He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
He took those rounds easily. Round four was pretty much the same again, just Kamaru dominating. Leon landed some here and there as well throughout the fight. Never anything that was too like, oh shit. I think in round three or four, he took down Kamaru again, which that was I thought was really impressive again. But the one thing that you could tell is like Leon's known more for being a striker, but wasn't really striking with him, and then so I thought, and then that fifth round rolls around and they're going back and forth. And I was on my phone, I was on Twitter, on the podcast page, scrolling, and I was like very confident Kamaru had just won because we just had 24 minutes of fighting, like Leon had
Mm-hmm.
his moments here and there, but it was Kamaru's fight. Obviously, he'd won 3 rounds going into the fourth and had won the fifth round too. I mean, going into the fifth
Yeah.
after he'd won it going into the last minute. I saw this post from just some random page. I didn't, they weren't verified. They weren't anything like that. And they said, did Leon Edwards really just do that? Or he knocked out Usman with a leg kick? And I saw that and I was like, they said with 1 minute left. Right. So I looked at my phone and my stream's a little behind because for reasons that I will not state. Don't get me, Dana. Um, I'm just kidding. I just stream it. That's why. I looked up and it was like 1:40 on the clock. And I was like, okay, maybe this does happen. So I put my phone down and I'm watching very intensely now because I'm like, is this one weird page just fucking with me, like fucking with everyone, you know?
Mhm.
Or like, did Leon just do that? And then, oh my gosh, as you saw, the chaos, as you said too, like it just, man,
Beautiful chaos. I mean, perfectly just. I mean,
the fake
perfect
left.
combo. Beautiful combo by Leon. Oh my.
And he'd been throwing the jabs too, but he was throwing in a leg kick, like a low
Yep.
leg kick, not the high leg kick. So Kamaru thought leaning into it, he'd be okay because he's like embracing the kick
Mm-hmm.
as well, you know. So he's like, boom, I got nothing, I'm good. It's just a leg, I'm here.
Yep.
Leon throws it high and he just leans right into it, right into the
Catches
shin,
him.
and he just goes out cold,
Mm-hmm.
cold. And the way Leon just put his hands up right away. I'm a sucker for big moments, and that was just so
Oh,
awesome.
absolutely.
It was so awesome.
Awesome.
And I watched the MMA hour a little bit today before this, and Ariel
Mm-hmm.
Helwani is a big believer in Leon, and he has been a supporter of Leon since like 2017. You know, he's been that one guy. They've been like, Leon is still here, you know, but everyone's like, Leon doesn't do this, Leon doesn't do that.
Yeah.
You know, ever since we started, or I started really paying attention to the UFC, Leon has one win that's against a very old Nate Diaz, who everyone doesn't even say he won that fight really because he got knocked, you know, rocked in the final
Yeah.
round. Everyone loves Nate, whatever, right? Other than that, I saw him fight against Bilal Muhammad, but
Mm.
just had to be stopped in the second round because Leon's finger literally went in the eyelid of Bilal, like
Oh.
all the way in. It was really bad.
Oh.
So Leon lost another shot there. You know, and Ariel was talking about also how Leon has accepted a Khamzat fight 3 different times, but it's been canceled every time.
Oh.
So Leon's always been that guy to be on the back burner. And I guess when Kamaru, the fight fell through, you know, and how Jorge had to step in last minute,
Mm.
they offered that fight to Leon, but he was in the UK and it was during COVID. And they were like, he had 6 days too, 6 days to the fight. And he's like, I haven't been training. And also, if he goes to the
No.
US during that time, he was
He's
not
got to
guaranteed a
COVID
flight
tested
back.
and stuff.
Yeah. And he wasn't
The
guaranteed
problem,
to
I knew
even
that.
leave the country to
Oh
go back to his family.
man.
So he said no, obviously.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So he's been waiting for this, and here he is, and he earned
Took
it.
advantage of it. He
I wish
earned
he
it.
had
Yeah,
better
24
wins.
minutes of fighting.
Yep, it is. It is. And he set it up perfectly too. So it's not like it was just a random weird thing, you know? Like
Yeah,
he
absolutely.
set that up.
It wasn't a lucky kick like I've been seeing all over the internet.
Yes, no,
Not a lucky kick.
he trained
He
that and
set it
he
up.
set that up. Yes, like that was in their game plan somewhere, whether they wanted to do it in the first round, whatever. Like he had done that at some point and like, oh, here's the perfect time to do it. I'm gonna do it.
You can clearly fakes it and then throws that high kick. I mean, clearly see that he planned that out
It
and
would have been
knocked
nothing if
Kamaru on his
Kamaru
ass.
didn't lean into it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, it still would have been a nice combo, and he probably would have got him right in the head good. It would have been, oh,
Would have
that's a nice
stunned him a little
moment.
bit, maybe.
Wouldn't have knocked him out, but he leaned right into the shin.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they caught him what kind of like chin kind of area, right?
perfectly right there. Right in the smush
Yeah.
face, out cold, eyes open. Insane. Also, I don't know if you saw Paulo Costa Luke Rockhold's fight.
Oh my! I saw the blood. Him just
Luke was
Rockhold just rubbing that blood all over Costa's face.
such a Luke Rockhold. So late in the fight, Luke started just going, right? He was bleeding right
Yeah.
here the whole time. So he's mouth open the
Yep.
whole fight. So it
Breathing.
just sucks.
Yeah.
But he started swinging and landing some on Paulo, and Paulo was getting rocked a little bit. So he decides just to clinch.
Hmm.
and just hold on. And they went to one camera, and Luke, you could see him. Maybe he's like, "You're a pussy." He's calling him a pussy because Balor's just holding on, trying to keep in the clinch. And then Luke flips it, and then just decides to rub his face on him instead of landing
Yeah,
punches. But it's such a Luke Rockhold thing to do.
absolutely. What a way to go out, though. I mean, just one last great moment.
Oh, that's just, oh God.
It's so gross. It's
They
it's
were
it's,
both
it's
just
amazing,
covered.
like to watch, but like just like the thought of some dude's blood pouring into my mouth. Ugh.
Being forced, it's being rubbed. Like it's,
Yeah.
oh my God, so disrespectful too.
And I
Man,
don't know, from the camera angle I saw, it really looked like Paulo had a smile on his face, like he was like enjoying that shit. But I was like, I don't know if it because the mouth guard really throws you off, kind of, you know.
yeah, yeah. So I think
But
he
but
was mouth open breathing a little bit, but I also think he was smirking a little bit as well during it
yeah,
because I think he was just laughing like, what the fuck is happening?
right. Oh god,
That was
dude, that was
insane.
so good.
Yeah.
What a
But
great moment.
I will say I'll give Paolo a lot of credit because when I last saw him fight against Vittori, he's
Oh
supposed to
my
be a
fuck,
middleweight, can't make weight. He looked
I
off
lost so much
terrible.
respect for him
Yeah.
after that.
I will send you a picture. I don't know if I have it, so I'll try to find it of his he transformed his body.
Hmm.
He looks phenomenal. Like he is toned as shit. He looks great. He made 185 easily. I mean, not easily because he
He's
still
not as
struggled with his
beefy
cut.
anymore.
Yes, he's not like yeah, he looks good. He looks really good. I
Yeah.
don't think he does anything against Whitaker or Adesanya or anything like that. So or Hamza. I don't think he is like
Uh,
he's nothing.
I I think he could. I think he could do some damage against Robert Whitaker. But
It's
the other
hard
guys,
because Izzy's dominated all of them. So it's like you don't even know.
yeah,
But I will say he might actually be able to
I
do
don't
something
know.
against Hamzat because Hamzat went 3 rounds. Gilbert Burns, all 3 rounds. Gilbert Burns survived.
Yeah,
Speaking of that, last minute we got here.
that was his first like ranked fight, right?
Yep, it was. He went all the way up to 3. Now he gets Nate Diaz, and
Hmm.
a couple weeks here, we're Nate Diaz guys.
Yep.
After I watched Leon win, I have more belief that Nate can win against Hamzat because it does come down to that one shot, and
Hmm.
Nate almost landed that against Leon. You know,
He's got that left hand.
Hamza has never had really, Gilbert rocked him a couple times, but like, what if that one does get him? It's easy. It could catch him.
Hmm.
So I'm all aboard Nate Diaz winning. I'm gonna say it, but like,
Yeah. No,
probably
you've definitely convinced me. Now
yeah,
that I've actually like, kind of thought about it,
we're
and
all
just
for it.
I've been a Nate Diaz fan for so long.
Yeah,
Fuck it, we'll throw it out there. I mean, he's leaving soon.
yeah.
Fucking give him
Hopefully,
that title shot. Come on.
not anymore. We'll see Usman Leon 3, and then that'll be fun.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah,
hopefully, I I would like Usman to win. I don't think Leon would. I don't think he can beat him again.
yeah. I
But
don't think so either.
I want Leon to win so that way Nate gets that fight, and then
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Oh my
who
gosh, it's
knows?
not
I
gonna
mean,
happen.
he's what 37, 38 or something like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
now. I mean, oh god, it'd be great.
I hope so. All right, we're gonna wrap it up here as the time is ticking. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be recording another one soon.